Good afternoon guys, it's a 3:17 p.m. Today I'm early, in recording the video because, I know now where price is gonna go. We can pause, so and we are not trading anyways later in the day today. So because it's all leftover bonus, and we don't trade for the bonus, and so we only got our meat in the morning. So and there was one trade after 2 o'clock, and that's it, So that's why I'm recording the video early today instead of waiting for end of day, because otherwise then I will get busy with some other stuff, So today we are going to favor shorts, as a first choice, and we'll plan to stick with it. Okay. So we will use aggressive sellers, prefer sellers to short, or use aggressive buyers as resistance if it is broken and price has already reached the next level below. Okay, so now you understand. So you are going to use all this sellers area, and if this buyers area is broken, then you can use aggressive buyers area as a sellers area, as a R, and short. Exception, right? If price tanks before open further down into prefers buyers area, right? So basically of the open, if you see price in the preferred buyers area, then it's a problem shorting at the lower end, right around in the preferred buyers area you cannot short. You in that case you may look for a longs targeting this broken aggressive buyers area, because that's the only way price would be able to come to preferred buyers area. It has to break below this. So if it is already opening up here, you may choose to go long, but you have to wait for a particular setup which I am teaching you in the in Discord, right? So we wait for the setup, and if it triggers, then you go long, and and then you target aggressive buyers area, as your target. Then you can even short at aggressive buyers area, because that's the whole idea, right? Stick with short. So you can short here at that time, and then again you can go back to preferred buyers area as a target. Okay, and there are also a couple of levels that I gave in Discord to look for shorts around those levels, with specific entry point and specific stop loss and specific target. One of them I actually put it in Twitter also, later. That's after the fact though. Okay, because it's not fair to members if I shared it everything in Twitter early enough. Okay, so that's why I always try to put it afterwards, and then let's go here, right? So hold on. So see this here, of the open, 3 lines in preferred buyers area, super key support, 3 lines. Okay, super key support, break below and hold equal to backup buyers area. Eventually hold preferred means hold these 3 lines equal to up move back to 15,007 aggressive buyers area. Then it's a decision time, right? And that's the area. Remember I said if it goes below aggressive buyers area, you can short. If it goes to preferred buyers area before open, you can look for long here, target aggressive buyers area, and then short aggressive buyers area as a resistance back to preferred buyers area. Okay, this is what it is, 15,007, and this is the 3 line preferred buyers area, 1 2 3. Okay, see how it played out. So of the open, price open above preferred buyers area, right? But in the overnight it reached preferred buyers area and it opened right in the middle. So only 2 things can happen. It can go here, or of the open it comes here. So of the open it chose to go up into aggressive buyers area, which was already broken. This was the area in Discord. Here add one more, so I gave them couple of scenarios. This was the last super aggressive scenario I said, so I gave them a short here, upward up, with stop losses. Then this one I added later at 819 when price was here somewhere, and then I said, I do not like this aggressive short because it's way down, but I said short 08, stop 43, somewhere around here, and target 950. Okay, that was the trade I gave it. early enough at 8:19, which was before the news time. Okay, right here. Then price came here later on of the open, right? So this trade, right? Where is it? Here. So that was the trade. Stop 43, target 950, risk reward 221. Okay, so I waited actually. So what I did was, since I was not planning to take this trade, right, because it's super aggressive, I did only one contract here at the first touch. Okay, because the way it came from here to here straight, right? Then I was waiting for specific scenario, and then what happened is here. See here, then price went down, right? So this area 972 here, it's a support because of the way it broke out above this high, this news driven high basically, so it may come down and hold as a support, and it may try to go to the higher up levels also, to find sellers. So I took only one contract, right? And then here I did not bail out though, because that was not my idea. And then price went up. I said if it goes higher, then I will bail out and add one more up here, not one more but new trade. So then, but I was not hoping that it will go higher, because ES was the first short right into 1820, which I missed it by the way, because I was only focusing on ES at that time. I saw these things when it was here, second attempt around 936. That's where I looked at ES and I said, damn, I missed this. Because if you look at pre-market notes, right, I said if it is aggressive buyer's area is broken, which is acted as a resistance here already, and price was close to preferred buyer's area, it was not exactly here like in Q, but it was close to it, right? So there is still pending stuff left over to come to here, and then it went up straight into this broken aggressive buyer turn resistance area. That's why it was a short along with NQ, both at the similar capacity level, right? So since I already had one short here, I took another short right at this green candle. Two more shorts I added it, and that's it. And I think one more short I added it right, actually one short I added it here, another one 992 or so right here at this candle. The moment it went down here and pop back up, I shorted it, right? So 1, 2 and 3 contracts. Okay, now my target was 950 to 916 area, so I built out here. Okay, and ES, since I had already missed it, I didn't re-enter it. Sorry, not re-enter, but I didn't take any trades in ES. But if you're short, you're looking for 4400 as a target, which is this. Okay, then then I was expecting not to have a breakdown today in this damn thing. Like this is a cool area, like very powerful area. That is what I said in Discord. So since it was testing it first time in RTH, see, this is different. It was tested in overnight, but not in RTH. Since it tested in RTH in a straight manner, right? I said when price was coming here, like when it came here, I said look for fail breakdown if you want to go long, otherwise don't bother to go long. So when it came down here, right, then it popped back up above 950. That's where I said now look for a long between 950 to 934. That is what I said right at this candle when it broke up and it's closed here. Then we were looking for longs, because ES actually held the 4400 here, right, and it also bouncing. So and then luckily immediately it came back up. So I put one contract. So I will use like one contract definition, right? But it could be number of contracts. But anyway, so this is a one contract here, right? Or number of contracts here as first touch 950. Then I waited, I didn't add like my full capacity. Okay, then because I have a number of accounts, so let's go with that one trade example, one contract here, right? Because that is what I am sharing it in Twitter, right? So this was the trade. Then I had a 30-second chart, actually 15-second chart open, so I was looking for a double fail breakdown or something to add more, because remember, it's a short bias today, right? We are not supposed to go long. So long, we have to be like very careful, right? So fail breakdown is the best place to go long, So here in a 15-second chart, you will see a fail breakdown of this 950, which is right here. The moment that candle closed above this, I went another long right here. Okay, then my target was either this or this. Okay, so price came here, stopped here, and then like I was monitoring off 15 seconds, and so as long as the candle was running up, I was holding it. I said the moment it get past, I will bail out. Actually my target was way above this, almost 15,050 or so. But then I realized, that it's not a good idea today, like to hope something. Since I had so much run, right, opposite to this, I said, you know what, it's better to bail out here. At that time ES was around right at this level, like this VWAPs, right, and our level combination. It's a confluence area. See, first time it was not confluence here, now it's a confluence, right? So, and it's a, look at internals, they were down. So best idea, take exit. So build out here. Okay, I didn't take any trade in ES at that point. Okay, now while I taking this trade, right, there was another thing I looked at it. Apart from knowing that price may come down here, it's a long setup, also I looked at ES at that time, so ES was, which is here, this circle. See this low 03 or so, news driven low 830, it got broken, right? Then price went through it up, and then it pulled back right here with this red candle 03. At the same time NQ was pulling back at 950. That's the reason, another reason I used it to go long in NQ. I didn't take any long in ES, okay, but in NQ I did it, okay, because ES was like 03 was not my level. That's all. So then it went up and we were done here. At this point I said no longs, no shorts, don't do anything until come back after lunchtime and trade if you want to trade, but until price goes above this or below this, do not trade. Okay, so then after this point onwards, no trading. So we were just only observing it. Okay, no trading, done, or move away from the chart. So all these things we didn't do anything with it. Then come 12 o'clock, lunchtime. After lunchtime onwards, you are allowed to trade. Okay, that is what I said. So till lunchtime, now you can see price is not directional, it's a neutral. Okay, so idea is it will stay neutral till closing, and then after closing it may move, who knows, right? So neutral idea. Now we cannot go long here after 12, right, because we just started at 12 and we see price at the lower end. You cannot go long because you already played the long cards here, right, and now price is trading below it multiple times. Bias is short today, so you cannot go long. However, if price comes higher up, you can look for shorts, but now you have to wait. You cannot do like first touch short like this, So price went higher, and then it paused here, right? Then it paused back and forth between this our level and this, back and forth. So you are waiting. You need something to trigger, right? You need something to see in a price. And ES was doing this, back and forth, right? Now look at here. See, this was the trade. So this back and forth. Now here it broke down, right? So if this buyers want to take it higher, they could have done this and this. Instead, price did this, this. Now you are ready to trade. Pullback, you got lucky here, it pulled back, short, right at 208. Now let's see what happens in NQ at the same time, right? So here, NQ broke down of this balance. $2.8, same level, short. Profit somewhere around here and you are done. Profit here and you are done. Call it a day off. At that point, you don't need to trade anymore. That's it. So that was the afternoon trade, right? So if you know what to look for ahead of the time, then you can take this kind of trades, right? But let's say you have no clue where price is gonna go up, down, and you have no bias, then you cannot take this trade, So then what happened? After 3 o'clock, right? So after 3 o'clock, price broke down below this, right? And now it came to this line, which is our level, bounce. 900 is also another level I gave it in Discord in real time, So it bounced there too, right? But now you cannot trade this price action. It's gone. This is all poor areas to short. You can only short higher up, so higher up. Now here you cannot short. Do you see any short me? You see me taking any shorts below this? No. It's a aggressive price action. You can't take it short lower, because you are screwing up your risk reward. So that's it. You cannot play this. Now see, that's why I recorded video early, because anyway I'm not interested in playing, and I know price can bounce from any of these levels, like in a flip of a second, without you realizing it, So, and then ES, same thing, So there is no trading here. You just have to sit through it, and watch it. There is no long here. There is no short. Even though this level is gonna hold here, maybe this, but you cannot go long. There are some days, sometime, you just have to let it go. Okay. Now, so today the pre-market notes, worked out perfectly well. Aggressive bias turned into resistance, went to preferred buyers area, From there, longs also happened. Same thing here, 91 backup buyers area, also defended here. You can see that. Then price sliced through it. Now this area should act as a resistance overnight, today or tomorrow. It has to act as a resistance one time, right? So that's how you have to play the levels, and that's pretty much it. Tomorrow, right, or overnight, this is where it's going. If it chooses to go down, this is where it's going, and then if it gets there, then it will reverse. So tomorrow, don't look for further down move. Whichever level it passes, right, and if you see a bounce, like a good size bounce from there, like instantly, that would be the low of the day. That level could become low of that day, of Friday. And then price will just stay upwards. It will not like go crazily upwards, but it will show you upward tune, I would say, like upward tune, not like a trend up, but upward tune, So let's say, but you can say trend up too, right? So let's say price comes here overnight today overnight, let's say it comes here, and tomorrow it opens right around here. Let's say here, or here, right, or here. It opens there, which could be a gap down or something, right? Then it is quite possible that price just continue to trend upwards from here all the way here, right? Now by looking at this tomorrow, you may think, man, it's a trend up day, buyers are everywhere, right? But it is not. This is expected scenarios. If that happens tomorrow, it's expected, and still sellers have a control. And then you will see a sellers responding, price will come back down here and it will close right here. Okay, so that's a scenario for tomorrow if it happens. Okay, so I'm recording it right now here. So if that happens, you can play that card. If it doesn't happen, fine. Let's say if it opens here, see, it depends on where it opens. Let's say if it opens here, right, then it can go up here, come down, back up, or it opens here, come down, tag this area. If it did not tag it, then go up, close here. So at least now you know what to look for. Okay, and that be all for today.